I've been a friend of Ted's for years. We met while I was in college. At the time, he had already founded multi-softwares, but it was nowhere near what it is today. He said he saw potential in me and asked if I wanted a spot in his small startup company. I was broken in college, so I saw this as an opportunity to make some more money. I didn't really talk to Helen that much. She had her own work she was preoccupied with. If you told me back then what I do now, I wouldn't believe it. It's just so strange. I can't wrap my head around it. It doesn't make sense to me why Ted would take his own life, especially the way he did. So gruesome. The two of them. I can only imagine how painful it must have felt. That heat. Their bodies must have been engulfed in an instant. They were covered in gasoline. I could smell it when I walked into their house. I can only assume being covered in the flammable substance would be irritating on their skin. Not as bad as a fire would have felt, though. The pain must have been excruciating, lasting for minutes at least. Then after that, their nerves would have been completely burnt, and hopefully it wouldn't have been as bad. Their eyes would have been melting out of their very sockets, dripping onto their singed tongues. They went stiff as their internal organs began to shut down. For seconds, they're trapped in some state of being alive and fully aware of what's happening, but also in a state of pure bliss as their minds drift off into only God knows where. And then they died, achieving whatever goal they had. I can't say for sure why he did it, but I guess I should have seen the signs. That's another story, though.
Multisoftware's employees. As you've been made aware, your company has been going through a few new changes within the past 2 years. That being, the merge of Multisoftware's and the Era of Technology program. Now, after this announcement, you may be worried about losing your job, but don't be. We need all the help we can get. Before we go any further into details, we'd like to introduce you all to someone very special. As you may have heard, the former director of ETP tragically passed away 6 years ago. So today, we'd like to introduce you all to the new director of ETP, his son, Dr. Ellis Garrister.
Hello, employees of Multisoftwares. My name is Ellis Garrister, but you can call me Dr. Garrister. I'd like to welcome you all to the brand new initiative. It's been a rough 4 years for your company after the tragic passing of Mr. Paxton. But I believe we can overcome anything. This brand new initiative is what your company was made for. Now, you'll be hearing more from me in the future. It's time you all finally get to work on this special project.
After speaking to your advisor, this is the path you should take once you reach your designated building. The designated building will be assigned later this afternoon. Take a look. Once you reach here, you'll be asked to fill out some forms with your information. The information required may vary based on the designated building. Here you will also sign the non-disclosure agreement you are informed about during the opening orientation. In this room, you will undergo a psychiatric evaluation. This is only to make sure you don't have any underlying mental illness that could affect your performance during the program. The process can take up to an hour and a half, so your patience is highly appreciated. If your psychiatrist tells us that you're mentally fit for the program, then you'll continue to the next room.